Good morning, everybody. We're going to be working on page 234 today, and we're going to be working on lesson 35, drawing area models and looking at partial products in order to solve two-digit by two-digit multiplication. Now, remember, the area model is just a tool for us to use in order to begin understanding how to multiply. Okay, it's just a way in which we can represent this multiplication and a tool to get us towards standard algorithm. Okay, so remember, it's just a tool. It's not the end game. We are just learning these types of strategies so that we can have a deeper understanding of the multiplication, have a good number sense. So, talking about it, let's go right into the first couple problems. Here, 4 and 5. And we are going to use an area model, and then we are going to use partial products to solve. Okay, so let's work on this area model first. I'm going to put like a little area model right here. And we're always going to represent 80 on this side here, and we're not going to expand it into 8 and 8 times 10 yet, but we will expand 32 because we have 30 and we have 2, right? We have 30 and we have 2, and we put a line underneath. So now what this represents is 80 times 30, because it's, remember, length times the width, right? 80 times 30. And to help us understand how to solve this, you'll start beginning to understand and doing this mentally. You won't have to be confused, because 8 times 3 is 24, and then we have 2 zeros here, so we know it's going to be multiplied by 100, so it's going to be 2400, right? 2 zeros, 2400 times 100, right? So it's going to be 2400. Now, our next set is going to be 80. 80 times 2, right? Because remember, boom and boom, like times width. And we have this amount here, 80 times 2. So 8 times 2 is 16, right? And then we have a 0, so add it. So now we have both our solutions. So now what do we do? Well, we are going to be working on partial products. So what I want us to figure out is I want us to multiply 32 times 80, and we are going to be working with these with this partial product. Because we have a 0 in the ones, we aren't going to multiply with 0 and times 3, because it's just going to become 0. So instead, we're working with this 8 tens. So we're going to do partial product, where 8 tens times 2 is going to be 160, right? 80 times 2. And then 80 times 30, well, it's going to be, I have 80 times 30, right? So I have 2 zeros. And then 8 times 3 is 24. And then we'll add. And that is our answer. Boom. And you can kind of see that we have the same amount within our area model here. Right there. Perfect. So let's do 5 together, and we can figure out our area model and our partial products. All right, so let's make our little area model again of 70 times 54. And 70 will go here. And remember, we're not going to be breaking it up into like 7 and 10, because it's 70. It's not going to have to be broken up. However, this 54 is into 50 and 4. And we're going to put a line through. And remember, we are multiplying these two because it's area, length times width. And it's 70 times 50. And remember, 7 times 5 is 35, and we're going to just add these zeros at the end. So we should have 3,500. This should be 70 times 4, and 7 times 4 is 28, and tack on the 0, right? Perfect. So now let's go into partial product, where we are going to be multiplying 54 times 70. All right. Now remember, we are just partial products, is we're just taking each part and we're going to be multiplying it through. So with this one, we're just literally, we have 0 here, so we're not going to be using 0 to do it. Normally we would if we had a different number or digit in there, but we're just going to be multiplying 70 times 4 and 70 times 5, okay? Because it's partial product, each part. So 7 times 4 is 28, and add the 0, right? We got a 0 here. And then 70 times 50, because right, 7 times, you do 7 times 5, but that's actually 7 tens and 5 tens, so it's 70 times 50. We have 2 zeros, 0 and 0, and then 7 times 5 is 35. So we're going to add, and we will get 3,780. And just to check our answer, we can look and be like, oh, perfect, and perfect. That works out for us. Awesome. Okay, so what I would like for you to try on your own, and I'm going to set you up for success here. Let's go 6 and 7, and I'll set you up with that area model and that partial product, and you can finish solving the answer or trying to find the product for each. Okay, so we're going to be working with that area model again. For each, I'm just going to put them down for each. And we're going to have 30 and 60 and then 8. So we're going to cut it in half. And then for this one, it's going to be 60 and 30 and 4. And we're going to cut that in half. Okay. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to do 30 times 60 here. And then 30 times 8. Okay. Here, you're going to have to do 60 times 30, and then 60 times 4. Okay. And you'll get your totals here. So I want you to get your total here and your total here, and the same when you get to this problem as well. Okay. And then once you get those solutions, now we're going to check it by multiplying 68 times 30. Okay. And here, what you'll be doing is you're going to be multiplying 30 times 8. So you're going to do 30 times 8 here, and you'll get your solution. Okay. And then next, you're going to be doing 30 times 60. And you'll get your solution here. And then you're going to want to add them. All right? And so I want you to finish completing that and finding your product. Okay? Finding the product. Here, you're going to be doing the same thing where you'll have 34, sorry, wrong ink. You'll have 34 times 60. And what you'll be focusing on is 60 times 4. And you'll get your solution. And then you're going to be doing 60 times 30. And you'll get your solution. And then you're going to have to add them. Okay? So I helped you with 6 and 7. I want you to finish that out. And then I want you to try 8 and 9 on your own today. All right, everybody. I hope that this was a simple task. Remember, when we did the associated property, we did the area model, we did the partial product. These are just all tools to really help us get into that standard algorithm, which you'll see very soon, and will click for us once we start practicing it. So remember, this is just tools for us to move us along and help us solve for that standard algorithm. All right, everybody, have a good one.